Mm-hmm. Uh, Let me lock this off. All right, enough of that. Okay. What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? It's Chaos Rain here on the After Hour Late Night Edition here on the Chaos Rain channel. Um, Today's stream is another examination of this thing that I've covered 2 years ago, maybe, on my channel, and I think I want to call them the Dirty Something Traveling. I forgot the name of the content I did far back then. And let me see what's going on. Hold on, guys. I'm just checking something. Anyway, yeah, I think I have covered this for a while back. But really, truly, it's something to really probably re-examine again. And hold on a second, guys. Let me take this. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, so we live now. And we're gonna get this party started. If you are new to the channel, you know what to do. You hit the red button, you hit the top notification bell. You don't hit middle, you don't hit low. That's no good. You don't get enough from middle and lower bells here on not only the Chaos Radio channel, but any channel generally. Where you want to know where the party is at is the top notification bell. That's when you know when there are uploads and live streams here on the Chaos Rain channel. Also, please follow me on Twitter at Chaos Rain 7. I have not done a live stream on Twitter. I've discovered, with the help of Mr. Amiri Brown, that you could go live on Twitter now. Twitter is a little bit more challenging because I'm not sure how much followers I have on there. But please, if you are opponent of tweeting, add me on and follow me on Twitter. I'll be looking forward to put up some stuff on Twitter. As you know, I put up like the streams I'm doing now and everything else. So just follow me on Twitter. You might see me go live on Twitter. Also, add me as a friend on Facebook. Eric Rain on Facebook. I post things on Facebook, not much. I'm not really much a person that's using social media as lucrative like others if it's done correctly, Facebook especially. But most people, when we use Facebook, we're there just to mostly post nonsense or just to troll people. But Facebook is more, it's more beyond that for its capability and use. You must use it to network, communicate with people, make friends, hell, make business plans, do something constructive with Facebook. That's the purpose of Facebook, is be able to connect with people across the globe. Remember, Facebook came out as a thing for college students to network and have engagement. Now it went beyond what it was 18 years ago. So like I said, add me as a friend on Facebook. What else? I'm trying to think of any. Oh, and I also have a Discord service. The Discord link is in the About section on my page. So please follow me on Discord as well. Do I got my... I'm trying to see if I got my things up here. I don't have them up here. I'll have to add it as I'm talking along. So bear with me, guys. I have to probably pull up. But in the meanwhile, those are all the short announcements. And let me write something here so people know to hit that like button. Remember, likes are free, people, so don't be hesitant. Hit the like button. And if you so inclined to support the channel, you know the deal. $ chaos 8 rain. So those are my links, and let me double check, make sure I gave you all the links before I start and begin. Just checking everything. Yeah. And yep, looks like everything is set. So those are links. Support channel. All right. And matter of fact, let me drop my Discord link because I do want people to start subscribing and join Discord service. So I'll put it in there now. Okay, that's an expired link. Let me chat room. Well, actually, I'll put that there now. Copy this. And here's my Discord link. And I'll put my Facebook link as well. Because since I'm on Facebook already, why not? Because I'm here anyway, and I love y'all guys. All right. So this is my Facebook link as well. Give you all the links now, guys. So if y'all ask, they're right there. Twitter, no, that's it for now. Because Twitter, I'll put up for next time. But that's all. Well, let's begin to the show. Let's move forward to the discussion at hand and remove these links. Today's stream, Chaos Rain presents the first round ticket for them cheeks, baby. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We're talking about the cheeks. Now, why I said first round ticket to them cheeks? As you know, as you so inclined and know, that personally, we've been hearing now that a lot of men, particularly brothers, black men, have been traveling abroad, traveling, into unknown territories, and are finding love and fantasies and all their heart's desire for the release, to get the extra release, if you know what I mean. And the problem with this now, to a lot of people that's making much of a buzz, maybe women are complaining about it, and some dudes might be saying something about this, is that why would you take your money and go into a foreign land, a third world country, a 30-foot country, rather if it's industrialized or still being developed? Why take the risk to go spend one-way or two-way tickets for some punani? Because sure as hell, we're not spending for the sightseeing. We're not spending it just to sit on the beach. We all know what it is. We're men here. I'm a man. I take my money. I'm going down there just to, see how them cheeks move. You're gonna see how that mamacita, the nice white Latinas, majority of that. Most of us, man, we go travel abroad. We don't want nothing too dark per se. You know what I'm saying? She might be a little brownish sometimes. She might have some admixture, but most like 9/10 of the time we go down there just for the cheeks. So we said, baby, are we gonna fuck or not? Are we gonna fuck or not? Come on, I don't need much game to go down into those nice little third world countries. You know what I'm saying? I just come out as I am, nice, rugged individual. Put on my nice shirt, my hat, put frontward or turn to the side, my nice clean sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like to prefer the Jordans instead, or some nice basketball sneaks, and maybe wear some nice good shorts and walk around there, with that swag. You feel me? And go around and say, "Hey, mommy, what's good?" That's what we, on the average or the norm for most general thinking of the average or somewhat slightly above average black men. We're not there just to go there for sightseeing. For what? Why I want to go see the beach or this place in some part of South Central America, or even go as far as what do you call it? That part of the river, or some nice place where the ocean is nice and clear blue. Probably Tijuana, Mexico, or Havana, or some parts of Cuba, or even some parts of San Pablo in Brazil. Wherever you want to call it, we dare, and we'll go there intentions to get some punani. That's our mindset. That's our focus. The poon. Now, me saying all this, I gotta be somewhat fair and unfair. That there are some men out here that probably has gone there a few times and maybe said they wanted to live there for a time being, not permanent, but a time being. And some that's probably your age, you might want to plant a permanent residence, but you have to still come back to this fucking place every 6 months, most likely, because you know how Uncle Sam is. You go report overseas, but bring your black ass occasionally. Unless you're on military needs, you're on the military, you gotta come back, report back to Uncle Sam every so-called few months or 6 months. Because they're not gonna let you stay down there. I remember one person told me of one brother, and he didn't travel to a South American country or one of them Latin countries mostly. It was somewhere in the West Indies. I forgot. I don't know if it was Barbados or some part. Was it Trinidad? Or was it Jamaica? I forgot what place it was. But he went down there for a little bit, and after a while, he got so comfortable, he decided he wanted to stay there. But lo and behold, he had to be picked up by, I'm not sure it was customs or wherever they call it, and they sent him back home. And he was miserable as hell. And the reason why, because he was not doing nothing much in America. He was American-born citizen. But either or, you spend your time down there, but yeah, make sure you come back to Uncle Sam so he knows how things are before you go make your trip back over there again. And I'm telling you right now, there are some men right now that if you're not getting the punani here and you spend $200 to $300, which I don't know how man spends over $200 some dollars on a date, but that's another story. But if you spend that much money and at the end of the day you're not getting them cheeks, I wish I had the book, but I don't have the book on me. Well, actually I do. Let me find the book. I got a camera. Show y'all this book. I gotta do this. Yes. Here it is. This book. You as a man, a brother, and one of your dreams is to find out. Wait, let me see if I can pull this thing up. I think that's what it's called. It says, "Ooh, say it again." But really, that's the one. That's one of the books from Mr. Curry. Let's look at another book. Where is that other book? Oh, the other book. Where is it? And the other book is what they call the possibility of sex, or what we want to call no free attention. Where is this? Now, mind you, I haven't gone through these books, but I'm showing them for further clarity and education. Where is it? Okay, here it is. See that? That's another book. The possibility of sex, or what Alan Raj Curry called no free attention. Now, and y'all can buy the book yourself because Mr. Curry put time and energy putting these books for a reason. And the reason why I say this is because these are things that most black men are always going to keep denying and think it's not a necessity. But let's be honest, from Mr. Red Supreme, from all these, and mind you, he's not a dating coach, but he's telling you you need game because game will not escape us. As much time me as an older black man telling other young black men or black men my age or something that you're not going to escape this. If you're considered lame here in America and you're not getting the much success, regardless if you make a 42K or more a year, you might get some success, but most likely you're going to have to pretty much pay for it. And let's be honest, we all know in the black community, tricking is frowned upon, unfortunately. I don't know why, but it is frowned upon. And let's be honest, if these dudes are not paying for it, they're going to go mad. You know the frustration with a lot of dudes when you go, maybe weeks, months, possibly, and no sex. You're going out and spending money on these chicks, or you want to call these hoes or bitches, what you want to call them. And at the end of the day, you spend your money, you spend 200 or more, or even go as far as under $100. And at the end of the deal, the date, the food, she goes around and say, "That was a nice dinner. Hope to talk to you again soon. See you later." She didn't even give you the chance to even say, "Come in," where she's going to spread that bad boy wide open, spread it wide eagle, and give you the back shot. Boy, that's such a painful reality when you know all that money and that time. I heard some dudes go on more than 3 dates, multiple dates, and still don't got to woof and smell the pussy. So I can understand the frustration, brothers, that you spend the money and these chicks are not putting out, even to the point you getting hard dick and no, your junk not getting sucked at all. You're going with dry dick, and you always think, what is the solution? I can't keep spending money on these tricks, these potential 3 or 4s. I need to solve this problem. So what is the answer you solve? The answer is simple. You take a first round ticket to the third world country, or what most people call the dirty foot countries. You travel down there. You hope and incitement that you'll see women that is sometimes on the average might not be too fat. They'll have the long straight hair on the average, the stringy hair. And you were hoping the possibility, or what we call it, get that free attention or that possibility of sex. And even go as far as some of these women will give it to you for a price. Because there's nothing free in life. I don't know why most Negroes think that everything's free. But it's not. You gotta work hard for everything. You might have to put in some little game, some conversation, or something to entice this so-called chick you're trying to sweep off so she can open that legs and give you the goods. Oh no, and we all know, and we hear it from very few men, that goes there and spend the money. They feel they have to do much but show up, and the women are going to spread their fucking legs. And to me, if it was that goddamn easy, there's always a price for everything. Now, are these women clean that you go in there and you spread your legs and bust it wide open for a real nigga? I don't know. I can't say that. That'd be ignorant for me to say they're clean. Most dudes will say they're clean, but you will know because you don't live. They will suck the men in their community. They will get fucked in all forms of holes. And eventually you come down there and you are happy with a smiling face, knowing say, "I would get me some pussy." You're gonna be going like this. And eventually you might have to throw some money in, and she will gladly spread them legs open for you, brothers. Yes, oh D, yes, she will. For the right price. I remember particularly a man, and this man is probably now 51 years old, possibly, or 52. And he has a channel right now. And I remember he had a conversation with a few brothers on this YouTube thing. And he said that he, in his mind, is even thinking and dreaming of the possibility of going to the DR and hope to have sex with one or two, three mamacitas. Some probably over the age 18, some might be 16, because the age of consent is a little different out there in the third world countries. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Not say that they enforce the rules, but with the right networks and the right money, which most of all Americans have, because our dollars stretch in all 128 countries, that most of these people's dollars are so weak. I, for my dollar in that hat, I could be more of their net worth in less than a few seconds with my few little bucks, my measly little bucks, money bucks, I say, and solve that problem. Make sure you guys like this stream, share the screen, please, please. I had to go in on this. You know the title, first round ticket for them cheeks. This title is not triggering, unfortunately. It is what it is. But in saying that, these men, unfortunately, going to do what's necessary because they are tired of the possibility of sex. No, sex should be on the table. The minute this man sees you, ladies, and he sees and he points to me and said, I want you, I'm going to spend this. At the end, we're going to go to your place, my place, and we're going to fuck. There's no in-betweens. And I'm going to be as raw as I can be. We're going to bang out for maybe 15 to less than 10 minutes or 5 minutes, most likely. And sometimes on a given day, if you go back in and you develop, you get that one nut out of the way, you might last for the whole hour if you play cards right. Because some women nowadays, they don't like that under minute shit nowadays. And if you bust too quick, they're gonna look at you funny and they're gonna give you that what they call it, that shit face, that ugly shit face to you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you that look and say, boy, you're a waste of time. But it said thank you for the time with the money at the end of the day. But ironically, you're tired, you're frustrated, you're not getting what is rightfully due. And as much as I want to say, we do live in a transactional society today, unfortunately. And a lot of ladies are not picking on this. They're not catching on, or are they really catching on? Which brings me to another point. Have y'all noticed that video was going viral of this one particular brother that spent like $300 or some $100 on one particular chick to get flew out and get them cheeks? Did y'all know that was script, that was fake? Did y'all know that? There's a YouTube channel right now showing text messages of this man and this so-called woman that's supposed to give up the goods having conversations. Not only in advance, but after. Now, I can't remember the name of the channel, but this channel, she was just posting on our community tab of the receipts of the text message. And I'm thinking, saying, is it really for truth or is it really for the likes and clicks? Because that video itself was very clickbaitable. It was so clickbaitable, and I mean clickbaitable loosely, that a lot of men and women did content and believe that that was true, especially the fellas, saying if I spend some money, I'm gonna be smashing. Which, let's be honest, most women know you're not getting fly out just to get spend and then go back home like nothing. We all know the deal, fellas. A woman knows that if she's getting flown out to any state, and I mean flown out, or flown out in certain countries like Dubai, which now what I'm hearing now, unfortunately, that these Arab people in Dubai that spend chicks, mostly OnlyFans chicks or women that's doing sex work or whatever you want to call it, or doing some strange with a little change on the internet, for them to fly back out, they're going to have to piss and shit on these so-called men in Dubai. And if not, they better know so they're going to pay to go back to America. Oh yes, oh yes. That's the untold truth that they're not talking about. That if you're a woman and you travel to Dubai a couple times, is no doubt and unfortunate that you had to piss and shit on those men. You go out to use your body and their body as some type of use as a toilet seat, unfortunately. Now that sounds disgusting, disturbing, but I gotta be raw and real for that. But like I said, if you're getting flew out, you're gonna be smashing some dude one way or the other. So that video that went viral, it was fake, very fake, unfortunately. So if y'all don't heard or knew about this, you now know now. But it's more leading to a more bigger point that a man spends money, he wants sex at the end of the tape, at the end of the bargain. And he's going to get it. And you're going to serve it, ladies. And a lot of these males that spend their money, they are unfortunately entitled to some type of smash. Now, that's optional to you if you give to him or not. But most likely when the man spends a few crummy 20s, hundreds on you, he is, in his mind, guaranteed that he's going to get the pussy. But we all know that, especially in life in this Western world we live in, America, that nothing really is guaranteed in life. But to the men that spend that money, not only they're entitled, but they're guaranteed to sex, which you're obligated to give. But let's be honest, because we live in a free nation, nothing is guaranteed to us or free. But a lot of men now, because we operate in a transactional society, and a lot of women notice that some dudes are at the point now, ladies, they're just tired of spending money on dates because they're not getting no coochie at the end of it. So they said, let's move on to something else. And they decided, said, maybe I'm now to go say, let me go spend some money over in another country, which my money goes farther anyway, and spend enough money on Latin women, non-black women especially, the nice white looking Latinas, with the actual long hair and possibly, real bodies, depending on which part of the, Latin countries you go to, because, most Latin countries do perform surgeries like BBLs on us, cosmetic surgeries, it's kind of dangerous. So, I saw some video of one chick, she had some BBL and she could barely walk on that junk. But it tells you that the direction and how far a woman or a sister will go to get that fake body, to compete with other women. Because ladies, yes, you are competing for either the big or small pool of men, or the men that you are considered sexually attracted to compete for those type of men, ladies. So you're going to go under the knife and put your body and your health at risk to get that voluptuous fake body, the big ass, the awkward non-matching hips, and maybe go as far as you got no breasts, you go get the breasts augment or bigger too. Which another point, if you notice that the breasts actually the saline or the fake implants, they actually calcify within a period of a couple of decades. Now they said it's much dangerous for a sister, a black woman, going and getting fake boobs, like what they call saline or those little fake silicone breasts, because the high risk of it calcifying is much faster and could be harmful to the sister. So it's something I didn't know, but it's some video on IG or TikTok flow around that explain this more than what I'm telling you right now. So look for it. All right, so let me check what's the status of the likes. Cause now I'm probably gonna look at one article. Okay. Make sure to keep hitting the like button, people. And contribute to the channel. Donate, please. I see some people commenting in the room. Let me see who's commenting. I see Mr. Brendan L or NL. I see Underrated Darkness. What's good? Good evening, brother. And this is the link to contribute to the channel. Oh, well, what we have here by KW Don 7. The maximum amount of women getting when they go to Dubai is 10K. Anything over that amount, you have to declare. Yes, because it's a federal offense if you go beyond 10K and it says straight to bank account. The feds are going to be watching. And as you know now, we move now from regular transactions to really digital transaction. It's getting even tighter with the money, Mr. KW Don 7. Thank you for bringing that up. And personally, the Arabs got money. Let's keep real. They got that real money. You know what I'm saying? They got that Arab money for real, you know? So let me check. I'm just checking something right now, guys. Let me forgot one link. I'm going to probably read this article. And one other thing that I find floating around with a lot of these dudes that said they go to these countries, right? One of the reasons why someone will go out in these countries is because they say there's too many baby mamas in America, which rightfully I would say, yeah, I'll probably agree with that, because they said by the average rate it's like roughly more than 50, or I'd say roughly almost close to 80% of out of wedlock birth rates in America, 70-80% roughly. But did y'all know, fellas, there's certain Latin American countries that had a higher what they call out of wedlock birth rate? I hope you guys are aware of this. I think they are aware of this. So let me find this one article, and a friend shared this with me months ago. I didn't really look into it much till now, but I think it was Mr. Igmore told me about this, and he sent this link. But so, well, let me read the link anyway and share it to y'all, so y'all guys will know. And let me just put this here. So let's find this link. All right, where is it? Oh, you know, I did not share it on here, so I'm going to pull it up now and share it on my other Chrome tab. All right, I found the link. So let's look at this one, and this is one of them article links. And this deal with Colombia. Here we go. 84% Colombians. All right, Colombia reports 84% of Colombian children are born out of wedlock. 84% of Colombian children were born outside of marriage, a record in Latin America according to the Global Studies. The report prepares by the Child Trend and Social Trends Institute gatherings of information from 49 countries. Okay. The document compiled with 8 academic partners such as universities and institutions around the world, including the Sabana University in Colombia, capital Bogota, address 16 indicators, and focus on 4 areas: family structure, family social economics aspects, family process, and family culture. Regarding the family structure, it points out that most children in the world live in households with 2 parents. However, in South America, more than half of children are born to single mothers. Do you get that? More than half. South America. So if America is pushing roughly over 70%, we all could conclude in South America, and we could say maybe DR as well, that is even higher. Let's keep going. Colombia, in particular, reports the highest rate in the region with 8%, which is probably the highest right now. In Latin America, the figures are very even, with some exceptions such as Argentina, which only records 30% of women who have children without being married. Europe has a percentage of 57% of average. Ooh. With 27%, Colombians also has the highest rate of children living with only one parent. This means that 3 out of 10 children live only with either their mother or father. In relation to the number of children who do not live with either parent, the country with 11% also copies the first place in Latin America, surpassing globally only by Uganda. It's 20%, Tanzania 17%, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which is 14%. Mm. So it surpassed these other countries. The studies also revealed that 6 out of 10 children living with both parents and live in large families with the presence of grandparents, uncles, cousins, generating better chance of well-being in addition to obtaining strong culture and social values. But studies indicate that the best thing for a child is to grow up with both, which, okay, we can agree with that, says Juan Camilo Diaz, research professor at the Institution of Family of the Sabana University in Colombia. Let's go down. He added that for a child to live with extended families, it can bring benefits in households, welfare, and the transmission of values. But he also outlines the risk. If there is no proper organization and definition of roles, there may be domestic violence, he explained. Let's read that again. If there is no proper organization and definition of roles, there may be domestic violence. Interesting. And that needs to be examined deeper. Because this is in a South American country, mind you, that's explained this. Analyzing indicators of marriage and free union, for example, Colombia, with figures from 2010 stand out among the countries included in the report. The countries has the highest percentage of adults of reproductive age, 18 through 49, cohabitating 35%, and the lowest 20% marriage in the same population. We cannot fall into the extremes because if a misread of reality is done and that leads to the design public policy, it may be done incorrectly, said Diaz. He explains that while 20% of Colombians of reproductive age are married, 33% are still single. 30% are cohabitating, 15% are separate, and 2% are widowed. So not much depth. Asians, 60%, and Middle East, 64%, are the regions with the highest percentage of marriage, while Central and South America have rates below 35%. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. That's something very informative. I'll probably post that in the description of that article. Let me remove this. That's in my way. So let me go into the chat room and see what's going on. Oh, I see we have the Mahogany the Harmony Pill. How you doing, Harmony Pill? This is a Latino woman as well. I think Harmony, you is Dominican by nationality, I believe. I could be wrong. But let's go down more. Okay. The Pastor Bros movement is another cowardness movement. It's an excuse to get foreign non-black women. They are not trying to get authentic African-looking women from Brazil or Colombia. And I'll say this. KW Dawn 7. It's more beyond that. The men that said they have passports and they're traveling and they said they got freedom because they got the United States passport, which gives them a lot of incentives. Men are going to go for the least resistance to get what they want. And black man in America, unfortunately, brother, is they're tired and they're not getting what they want without putting in the work or getting the outcomes needed. And the same applies to the sisters. A lot of sisters want the certain type of man, right? A black man, or well, really, they really want a black man. But let's say they deal with other groups of men. You still have to work to get that sort of man to commit to you fully. A lot of well-established content creators, which you know who I'm talking about, and I'm not gonna say his name, the one that's no longer here. He always tells these ladies what you want to do to get what you want. What work you gonna put into to get the outcomes? Because he always focuses on the outcomes, and a lot of ladies forget about the outcomes. And this applies to the brothers. What will you gonna do to put in to get the outcomes you need, brothers? And a lot of black men over the age of 18 and probably over the age of 35 or older are not willing to do the work. KW Don 7. I said earlier in this broadcast about you should have an understanding and know enough game. You should not be expert, but know how to communicate, move a certain way. You have to understand. Matter of fact, Mr. Research did a stream today, and I'm only saying a few content, but I'm gonna respect Mr. Research. He was once a pimp, but one thing I respect about Mr. Research, he's experienced for a man that's about to be 47 this year. He has done it all. He has done the drug life. He was a pimp, and now he's a corporate professional that's a manager in his field. And all what he has learned from the street life, he applies to his own life and gives black men 20 and over some necessary game to understand how to move out here in these environments, especially in the West. He doesn't have women as a focus. And that's one of the things I respect about the man, because he gets still the outcomes needed because he put in the work. He's not no bummy dude. He's well articulate and he well structured how he wants his life to be run. And it also applies to a lot of black men, whether you're young or a little older, that, let's be honest, we as men today, we're not doing what's necessary to get that same outcomes. So if you're thinking at the end of the bargain, you're going out there to get sex, and that's your only end game, and I don't care what they tell you, screw that. We all know why we travel. We don't travel to build no networks, we're there for the pussy. That good stuff. That WAP. You know that Cardi B that she made that song WAP? That's what them dudes look for, that WAP. And yes, Mr. Don 7, they are looking for non-black WAP because these women will come and see that black man coming off that plane because he has that dollar bill. He's willing to supply them the necessary needs, and all they're going to give in return once they spend their money is their legs wide open like a eagle. You know what I'm saying? So let me see what other comments I find here. And you know, like I said, you got to pay to play. There's no game. There's no fair exchange. He has the money. She's going to give up the WAP. It is what it is. Now, we might think of it as cowards and it's an easy way of getting the thing without putting any work. But let's be honest. Which men today, and I want the fellas to really give me feedback in the comments, how much you want to put in the work to get that WAP? Or I should say pussy. Are you going to put in more work or going to put in less work? I'll tell you one thing. Typical black men that I've come across or maybe known or whatever. Personally, the coochie is the last thing they're thinking or the last thing as something is needed. And the reason why I say is because they're here working, trying to make money and be the best version of themselves. And then the women are eventually going to come. You have the money, the women are going to come. Regardless, you might think or believe that you be used or be used by other women once they know you have money. And it's a possibility. And the reason why it says a possibility, and maybe I would say it's certain that you'll be used, because it goes back to what is important, that you must have enough understanding and game so you don't get got out here. You should always be in control. This is your life. You have one life and one life to really live and understand it. And if you don't understand this now, and know you have to be in control of certain things, these women, especially here in the West and abroad, will run you in the ground. They will play you. They can see you a mile away and know that you're lame off the bat. They think that they have to make no approach. All they think is that a woman's going to approach them. See, I find it problematic when a dude says that they don't have to do much approaching. The woman's going to come approach them. That's a female thinking. As they say something. But the problem why a lot of young black men or men older don't do this, because one thing I said is constantly, and I'll say this again, the fear of rejection is real in the subconscious mind of all men, including black men. We cannot handle rejection. We don't handle rejection very good, regardless we getting or we having too many rejections. We don't deal with rejection well. And if we don't deal with rejection well as a man, you think these chicks deal with it rejection even better? If you deny them, man, if you heard stories what Mr. Jap has said about when women can't deal with rejection, man, shit. Make you fear for your life. What they'll do with your black ass. I know one woman, and she's probably now 39 years old. I think she's a teacher. She killed one brother in some part of, I think, Tennessee or somewhere, Indiana somewhere, because he broke it off with her. And she couldn't handle it. So she went up there with her gun and blew this brother's brains out. And mind you, that story went under the rug. Yeah. And that's one story I could recall. There's many more that's out here in the internet. But like I said, I don't waste time to try to find this stuff because it serves no use, brothers. And it shouldn't, because personally, you're gonna find some people that won't handle rejection, especially if you're a man and you're on not on your purpose, but you have confidence that one day you get up one day and let's say you up here and you bang the hell out of her, or she's up here giving fellatio, and one day you get that phone call and you say, "No, I'm done." You stop, you push her off, say, "Oh, I'm done." Pull your pants, say, "I got to make this money." If you have not gotten to that position as a man yet, you got some work to do. Personally, you should be able to sit there and don't even deal with the pussy. You got to have that discipline. I always hear this talk about this so-called thing about dick discipline, this shit that's floating around, right? But how disciplined are you, fellas? Because all woman has to do is fling that thing on you, turn back way, and have you blue pill in a second. I always hear about this thing about this red pill nonsense, the black pill nonsense, or they say red pill rage. But all it takes is that one chick. And she has to be like a serious 9. I don't refer to females as 10s because 10 is perfection. We're not all perfect. But let's say 8, a good 8 or slightly a 9. And all she had to do is fling that junk on you. You will go weak in the knees immediately. And these women got y'all number. Matter of fact, these women got y'all tickets. If I want to keep real, they should. And they need to. Because you don't have the discipline. And enough black men in the 21st century needs to figure out how to get that discipline and figure out fast. Because looking crazy out here for a lot of men, especially black men. And another thing I want to add, the story about the loneliness article. I looked at the cover of the article. It looks like it's a good read. But the thing that I noticed is they got a picture of a Caucasian man on the front of this psychological disorder article about loneliness men and I think they call it not men. Hold on, sorry. What do they call that junk? What is it called? Damn. I'm trying to find it. What do they call it, junk? I don't know why Grace bring this stupid shit on me. Where is that article? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to find the name of it because it slipped my mind what the hell it's called. If y'all know the name of the article I'm talking about, that's been talked about for the last few days, put it in the chat room as I'm looking through my thing. Damn. Can't find that junk. Let me look in the chat room for you guys. Know what it is. Oh yeah, I didn't write yet. So let me keep looking. I gotta find the name of that junk, man. Where's Mr. Palmer? Try to find the name of that article. Ah, the article is titled. Oh, hold on. Did I delete it? It said the rise of lonely single men. Okay. On the cover is white man. But the point is this. How you doing, Mr. Marvel 38318? The point is this. That article has a cover of a Caucasian man being lonely, and they said it also applies to other groups of men, allegedly. But when the first thing that comes to mind is usually when you write an article or any piece, rather is research data, the last thing you want to put in is a picture of and a racial picture of a man. You just want to just write the words and leave no picture, because when you put a picture is 1,000 words, gentlemen. And I find it ironic that it's a Caucasian man on the cover of this, what we call picture. And I had the question, is rise of lonely single men mostly white men in general, or is all men? Now, a lot of people say the detail of the articles goes into depth what it's saying, but the thing that comes to my mind is always the picture, because the picture stands out of everything else. So when we talk about lonely men, I could see a lot of non-black men being very lonely, because let's be honest, they're not going to do uncharacteristic things unless they're going to take the coochie for a moment and do time in jail. They're going to be lonely because they're not doing what's necessary to be appealing, to more than compete. Are you giving the women that accepts the dates the experience? These are questions that a lot of men don't do no more. They still say, I go spend some money on dinner, that's it, and she's going to give me the goods. And remember from the previous upload, if you go on my channel with the cheat sheet on how to date by Letitia Underwood, she said it best that you must give the experience to these ladies. It is more than to spend a little money on a food date and all that stuff. You must bring a sense of experience that you plan it out so the woman feels like it's some more than just a simple date. If you could do that and wow the chick, the possibility is she might give you the sex just by the experience alone. Now, is it still guaranteed? No. But at the end of the day, you're out here. If you're going to spend money on a chick, give the sense of an experience in the date, so you have a more higher chance. Because let's be honest, women are gonna waste your time, gentlemen. That's why you gotta understand, when you spend money on a chick, you better be in the conclusion that you're gonna have to be writing off this little money you're spending that day on a chick. Just like any tax write-off, you're gonna have to write off and say that's gonna something that's a loss you're gonna willing to take. And if you don't come to that realization, I'm telling you right now, the dating pool and how you move out here in this society, it's gonna look a little crappy for you, unfortunately. And like I said, going to another country and you spend a few more $100s on some chick is another worthwhile, which most dudes nowadays that don't got passports, unfortunately, if they do, they'll probably do that as well. Anyway, so now before I move further, let me pull up the currency converter, and yet again I'm going to show how far your dollar stretch out here in those third world countries. Currency converter. For all the men that doesn't understand how nice the money is. All right. All right, guys. So now we're going to use the currency converter now. Let me get rid of this. I don't want that thing popping up. And if y'all want to really express your thoughts and opinions, let me know. Ask for the so-called call link. All right. I'm going to share screen this. All right, there you have it. Now, as you know, that's the euro. Currency converter. Now, many currency converters that you can find, whether on your phone or on your desktop, laptop, etc. And there's many more apps for it. One thing is nice to know is you want to know how far your dollar stretch in the amount of countries I stated earlier in this live stream. We could mess around with the euro. $1 for euro, because the euro is much powerful than the United States dollar. You get only 97 cents that $1. So now let's go to the foreign countries. Let me see what pops up first. We're going to start with the Latin American countries first. And the first one up, or the first one that's popping up, is Brazil. Wait, let me erase this. I don't want to give up what number, how much is. How much my $1 bill goes in the DR, in Brazil. Here we go. And let me check, make sure everybody's seeing this. All right, y'all seeing this? Good. Let me move myself out the way. Actually, I can keep myself away. I can see that. All right. So let's look how far my money goes. $1 bill in the United States. How far it goes in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil? Looks like $5. Okay. Not much. Let's see how much $5 give me. $25. Let's see how much $10 give me. $50. 15 bucks. $76. 20. $100. $20 is $100 in their currency. Now, I'm not sure what the price is in accessories in Brazil, but we know it's not that much once you have the United States currency backing. That's a lot. 20 bucks is $100 in Brazil. It's amazing. Let me make sure. So that's really crazy right there. Let me refresh my page. All right, good. So let's keep going. $25, $127, 30 bucks, $152. So I jumped from 100 to another 50 bucks with an extra 10 out of my 20. Let's go to 40 bucks. $200. 50. 250. That's almost close to $500. 60. $300. 70. 350 bucks. $80. $400. $90. $457. So imagine if you got $100. You look at $500. That's a lot of money. For $100 that stretches in Brazil, I get in backing in their currency $508. Now imagine if you had you brought in let's say 200. Wait, let me go back. Oh, that's too much money. 150. So actually with $200, you look at $1,000. Yeah. I can see why a lot of brothers will travel to the Brazil. It makes perfect sense. Why wouldn't you not travel in Brazil? Not for vacation, but for some cooch. $200 gives me a grand. So imagine now, fellas and ladies, but mostly gentlemen, you spend that money, baby. You spend that bread. And mind you, these ladies are aware of this. Now, mind you, if you are what we call a simp or a non-select man or whatever you want to call it, you're not getting much luck out here with the ladies here in America. And you come across these ladies and they suck and fuck the hell out your brains out in Brazil. And you create a certain relationship. She's going to ask you, black man, after she does her business and suck and fuck the hell out of you, she's going to give you the number. And you're going to keep in touch with this lady. This nice spice Latina. What's good, Kai? And she's going to be asking money on the regular. And she will ask money. No doubt. She's going to be asking for you, brothers, to cash app her. Can you send me $200 cash app? And in return, she gets this. 1,000 something. She's going to play the shit out of you in Brazil. And trust me, these Latina women know how to run game. Oh, I just said that? Game? The women in Latin American countries are running game on you? Yes. Because they know how much money you have. You know, she going to fuck you a little bit. Giving up the pussy, you know. She's going to take that money. She's going to probably bring back to her family or probably to her boyfriend or baby daddy, whatever you want to call it. But remember, the our child wedlock is very high in South America. So obviously she's going to give that money split with her baby daddy. All right, let's try another country, shall we? Let's look. Ooh. Chile. Let's check Chilean or Chile. Another South American country. Let's see how much $1 goes. $1 is $800. $5. 4,306. $10. 8 grand. 15. 13 grand. 20. 17 grand. 30. 26,000. Now, you know, with this amount of money, now I know I had a conversation with another brother, which is going to be probably be on the next live stream or upload. Make sure your subscriber count and notification high on the Chaos Rain channel. I'm going to premiere that video sometime after this one. My good friend Paco, aka Dr. Black, said that with the amount of money you have in America, you convert it and you send it over to another country, you could buy yourself a house or go as bad as spend the money necessary to build yourself a house outside America. And that only applies to most parts in Africa. But we could say this applies to the South America as well. Because $30 is 26 grand in their pesos. So imagine I have $50. We look at 43 grand. This is the same amount of the net of the average a black man makes in America, roughly in the 40s. So if you're a man that makes that amount yearly, average worker, it will make sense that if you're not getting the WAP you need here, yeah, you're not gonna put no effort in because you can go outside with your little flimsy 40-some grand a year and go take that onto another country when you spend less than that. So let's keep going. $100. Look at 87 grand. $200. 1,175 grand. 500. 438,000. So let's say if I got a quick, let me keep going. That's 526 grand. When you got $600 converted, 700, 614, 800, 7, 978 grand, 1,000. You look at 877,000. So to get a million, you need, like, let's say I have 1,200. To get a million, you need 12. The amount it takes for your flight, and usually flights in these countries much cheaper than that. You bring home 1,200 as spending power, you're roughly a millionaire in that country. So by default, gentlemen, in Chile, a woman has to suck your dick, knowing that you have all the money, then all their families and all their relatives and all of the neighborhood and all of the network of that country. She has to get on her knees and suck your dick. So when they talk about sex is not on the table, they're lying. Sex is guaranteed. All you do is throw some money. All you do is come out that plane in Chile, and they can hear your talk, your swag and move, and guarantee you're getting them draws. Because they know that's how much money you're going to bring to their country. So let me erase this. I'm going to do another country. Let's look at another country. There's Cabana convertible pesos and Cabana pesos. So we're going to mix around between the... Well, actually, my fault. Before we go there, let's go to Colombia. Yeah, let's go to Colombia. This should be a good one. As you know, the article said 84% of them are out of wedlock births. Before I go to Colombia, let me check the look. All right, good. Oh, God, y'all guys liking this. Thank you for liking the stream. Keep the likes up. Share this video, please. I wish to engage more people watching, but this is fine. The likes are perfect. Okay. Let's take a look at the Colombian peso. How much $1 can give me in Colombiano? Woo! Woo! Oh, wow. Do you see this? $4,000. Yes. That's right, $4,000. $5. 20K. $10. 41,000. 20. 83,000. 50. 207,000. 100. 415,000. 200. Oh, actually 150. 623,000. So let's say I got 200. 831,000. 250. $1 million. Yes, you count it. With $250, you're a millionaire. In this Colombia peso. And now we go to Colombia peso. Oh, let me erase this before I go into conversions. Let's find the Colombia peso converted. I do not see it. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Colombia. I actually knew this. Yeah, so with 250, you're a millionaire in Colombia. All right, guys. All right, let's try that currency because it won't give me the option. So let's now Cuba. Where is Cuba? There's two different Cuba convertible pesos. All right, this could be Cuba convertible pesos, but we might check that. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Let me try another one. Cuba pesos. There we go. Let's convert Cuba into pesos. $1, $25. $5, $125. $10, $250. $20, $500. $30, $750. $40, $1,000. So you have $40, you automatically will guarantee you get 1,000. Actually, you are you 40 in their conversion or in their currencies is $1,000. Yeah. Which country, Diana? I'm curious to know. All right. That's a lot. So imagine you have $100. That's $2,500. And isn't Afifi Shakur in Cuba right now, living her best life? How the United States trying to get her for some reason? I know somebody's giving her money from America to support her. I think I could be wrong. Like I said, I could be wrong because let's be honest. Let's be honest. She is comfortable where she's at, you know. So now let's go to $200, $5,000. Hold on a second, guys. Something happened. Try and clean something up. All right, that's a little better. So imagine I had like $500. It's 12,500. So imagine I got like $1,000. I'm looking at 25,000. So $1,000 spending power in a month or a few weeks in Cuba is 25,000, and spending money. That's a lot. And we go further to put in 1,200. Oh, sorry. Look at 30 grand. So that's what it looks like in Cuba. Oh, let me check Mexico. It's a good question, Diane. It's good for you mentioned Mexico. I'm gonna check out how much has the Mexican dollars had any strength or weakness since the economy of America, Diana? Because I'm gonna check that next. Let me know in the chat room. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look. All right, next money. We went to Cuba. Oh, if y'all know the thumbnail, the pictures you see are 3 ladies from different countries: Cuba, Colombia, and I think Brazil. Oh no, my fault. The DR, Brazil, and Colombia. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me find another money. All right. What's the next country? And if y'all know any countries, please leave in the chat room so I can start looking. There's Costa Rica. Let's look at the Dominican Republic. The DR people. And this is one of the more favorite countries from the black men's side. Has been always expression that this is the country that of the place to be, the place to go. Um, let's look at this. We're gonna start with $1. $1. Oh, sorry. $1. $1. What my dollar goes and stretch in the DR? Woo! $53. Mm. $5. $267. $10. $535. So imagine if I have 15. $803. So imagine if I have 18. 19. So roughly almost $20. We're looking at $1,000. And like I said, I will state this again. If you listen to me, gentlemen, there are gonna be the nice Latina women, or after each day you go and travel abroad, and they see you, they entice you, and they fuck you. They will be asking in return that you cash app them $20 to $25. Trust me, I know one simp that does content on here, and he still does content on here. How he's trying to find love in the DR because he's a man that got divorced and he can't find a love, so he feels he must take his shot at so-called other women across the globe, mostly young women. You know, once you're an older person, you look for women that's fresh, like 19 and maybe 20. You're looking to get them that they're so stupid that you will entice them because you're older and so-called experience that they will slowly open their legs to you because in their culture they have no problem dealing with older men. And this is this fantasy what a lot of black men is getting, and they try to condition a lot of black women. And yes, some black women have entertained older men. I ain't gonna deny that. But let's be honest. Here in America, we don't do age gapping well, regardless of culture or not, because it's not seen as a fun thing. Most people, if they're gonna entertain any person older, it's roughly no greater than over a decade. Anything on that, you hear the expression. Women say, "Oh, this man look like my father. He's ill," and all that stuff. And they're rightfully so, because women still want to deal with someone that's still able, not only mind and body, to deal with. They want nobody that's too old that can look like their father and all that stuff. Regardless, some dudes don't want to hear that, and it thinks that they'll get it. On the average, subconsciously, majority of women in America will I deal with someone no greater than like 5 to 10 year difference. And there was studies done on this, and I remember personally that there was some links and articles of this, which I kind of hold off a little bit. Another content creator covered this, but in time, depending on my mood and how I feel personally, I might do a stream on that. All across the world, most people don't deal with or don't like the notion deal with somebody 20 or 25 years older across the board in all countries across the world. So if you're not having kids or you're getting that some, most likely if you're dealing with a woman outside America, you better off being a trick and being a so-called sugar daddy. With some of these women, especially if you're 20 years older than a lot of these young women, because they know what it is. And when I hear this talk, it tells me that a lot of dudes have not done what's necessary to even get one woman to settle down, possibly. And they're hoping that they have as much sex and eventually come back to certain women young and hope they marry them. Good luck to that. Especially a lot of you dudes don't got no game. You might get some women on that, but you're not getting all women like that, personally. Because a lot of women think and move differently. Regardless, they say something and might possibly do something different, but overall, in their mind, they like to deal with someone that's a little bit, not too old. They'll deal with you older, but not too old. Unfortunately. And if it was really true, we would. A lot of dudes that's older will not have no problem getting a younger woman. It should be easy, like riding a bicycle, but it's not. So stop it, stop it, stop it. All right, let's keep going. $50, $2,670, $80, $4,000, 100, $5,000, 500, 26,000. So if you got like 150, at 8 grand, 70, 9 grand, 90, 10 grand. So with almost $200, you're looking at, well, actually $200. At 10 grand. So that's the money you get once you bring 300, or even if you about to spend $1,000 in your money into their country, you look at 53 grand. Pay for nice hotels and have fun in the town all day, every day. You could make it rain. You could buy enough liquor. Hell, you could pay for the bar if you need to. That's how far your money stretch. And we know a lot of men, if they got like that, will bring 1,000 or more as spending pot and spending money to their countries. All right, let's take a look. Okay, I'm looking at the chat room now. Let me see what's going on. Okay. Let's look at the chat room. Switch. Okay. Let me see what Diana wrote. All right. One saying Mexico. The peso is worth less than the dollar. Yes, the peso is worth less than the dollar. Okay. Okay. But they always go to Susana. When I go to I go to La Romea, way better and more beautiful. But of course, they're going for different reasons. Indeed, I was always taught 10 years is acceptable gap. Any older it gets weird. Yeah, I mean the range, and sometimes some people might push it to 11, 12, but mostly once you get 10 is mostly the right spot. 10-year difference if you can. You don't want, and when I think about it, I always think what is an exceptional age for a person to deal with. In my opinion, before knowing certain information out and how people are thinking and moving, I would say it should not go any greater than or 15 years. But as I hear people out and as I go about and learn certain things and be around some people that ask these questions, in my opinion, usually if you can find somebody your age or a little bit more greater, that's fair. But it should not be so super gaps. Now, if you're in your late 30s and 40s, then by all means you could probably entertain 13 more years. Personally. But like I said, you know how ladies are. They always want to make sure that these dudes are still functioning. Anyway. All right. Oh, and please donate to stream. Let me find the support channel. Okay. We look at the DR, and we look at most of every country. So let's go further. Play with this. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna pick African countries because the purpose of this stream, most people, when we talk about traveling abroad and look for mates or look for some sex, a lot on white countries, Latin countries, particularly. So we go respect the wishes and find these Latin countries. All right, let's see what else here. trying to think of another Latin country. If anybody has a suggestion in the chat room, please write down another Latin country. I cover mostly the 3 top ones that most black men will travel. Trying to find some other countries. Oh, Mexico. Oh, yes. Now I found Mexico. Let's look at, before I find Mexico, let me erase this. Come on, shock people. The Mexican peso. All right, the Mexico peso. Let's see how much the money has stretched now in Mexico. $1. $19. Okay, not bad. $5. $99. Woo! Oh God, I gotta take a trip to Mexico now. I find this shit. This is something. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah. $5 is $99. That's a killing. $10. $198. Woo! $20. $397. $30. $596. $50. $993. So imagine you got 60. You're looking at $1,000. So with $60 is now is at $1,000 and 192 something in their pesos. Interesting. Very interesting. Y'all see that? Yeah. That's a lot. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Oh sorry. Let me do this. I was looking at it. So now y'all can see it. So that's a lot. $60, you're entitled to $1,000 in their pesos. Now, one of the Mexicans come here and work here and send their money back home. You're gonna be living rich if you spend 20 years in America and you're not from here, but you're from Mexico. You spend and you work here and you send your money back home. You get a lot of stuff done with $60 Western Union. But let's go further. Let's say they're sending. Let me keep going. 70, 90. Let's say they're sending just $100 a month or week. You look at almost $2,000. $250. $4,000. $500. $9,000. $600. Well, it says 600. Say 550. $10,000. So imagine if you once a month or once a year you send $1,000. You look at $19,000. So imagine you pay all your bills and extra, and you able to store in this amount of money you send straight to Western Union. Which nowadays I think certain Western Unions now they kind of limit how much you send. And I can see why they did it, because let's be honest with you, if you're sending money in other parts of the world, they know how far the dollar goes. And you're actually enriching certain countries when you send your dollar bills over there. So the United States doesn't like that. 1,200. So that's Mexico. Oh yeah. Protect Mexico at all costs. Oh yes. Oh yes. They gotta protect Mexico. I gotta put some money in storage, man. I gotta make these moves, All right. Any other countries or any other Latin American countries anybody could think of? Let's look. There's Ecuador, but we're not looking at Ecuador. forgot. They not only travel to Latin American countries, they also travel to the Philippines. So let's check the Philippines money. Now it's coming to me. They got Venezuela, but we're not checking Venezuela yet. Let me check. Where is it? The Philippines. I'm trying to remember what the Philippines dollar what it looks like. Where is the Philippines? Where is it? All right, let me Google what's the Philippines. All right, let me see. Okay. Oh, it's PHP. Okay, I found it. PHP. PHP. All right, Philippines. There we go. All right. All right, let's start with the Philippines because they also travel to Philippines as well. In the Philippines, the dollar amount in the Philippines, what's $1 in the Philippines? $55. Okay. $5. $279. Good. $10. $558. Okay. 20 bucks. Actually, $15. Look at $838 in the Philippines. So it's $838 in that amount. If I have $17, we're looking at almost it's 949. So nine. All right, so 18 bucks will give me $1,000 in their currency. So it takes $18. And mind you, the Filipino ladies are just as ganged up that got gang for you Negroes. The short little Filipino women, some nicely tan, some nicely white. Same thing. They will sit there, they will give you that wop, they will suck you off, and eventually get you nice and comfortable. Eventually send you back on your merry way, and eventually will hit you up on WhatsApp about saying they need some money, and you're gonna give them money. You're gonna give them $18. Then can you give me $10? Can you give me 50 bucks? Especially if they be begging, say, can you give me $100? But let's go further. $25, $1,397, 30 bucks, 1,676, 40 bucks, 2,235, 50, 2,794, 60, 3,352, 70, 3,900, 80, 4,400, 90, 5,000, and $100 is $5,058. Now, mind you, they're gonna ask for a lot of money. They're gonna ask for, can you give us $100? Send us some money. And mind you, they always have these commercials where they begging, feed the poor, give $1, give 3 or 4. And the reason why they tell is because they're gonna take that same money and most likely keep for themselves on vacation for themselves. Because they know $1, like I said, $1 is $55. You get somebody $100, they get 5,000 in return. And let's go far if they give you 200. They got 11,000. So I go to 150, 8,000. So yeah, 190, with roughly 10 grand. So imagine I carry $1,000 as pocket change in the Philippines. I'll be around net worth or spending power of 55,000. Woo! It's a lot of money. A whole lot of money. A whole lot of money. That ain't no joke. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's no damn joke. Oof, man. Let me check something. Wow. So there. Look all that. All right. So what other money I could look at? What else to look at? Looked at pesos. I looked at mostly pesos I'm looking at. So let's look. Let me see if I can find one more country. I'm probably spread out. I don't know any other countries on here. We could try Ecuador, but almost Costa Rica. I think I might have covered that already. I would try another Asian country, but most people dudes will go to the Philippines, So, mm, Colombiano. Mm. Let me see how much money is in Liberia. Wow, Liberia money is pretty weak. I don't know why black people don't go back to Liberia. Look at this. $1 in Liberia is $152. How much? That is American territory, Liberia. $5, $767. $10, $1,525. I can see why the United States don't promote Liberia. Our money stretched further in Liberia, which is run and controlled, which is an American colony. Imagine that. Mm. Mm. I ain't giving no Liberian woman no money, man. Screw that. All right. All right. What's good on here? Let me see. What else is on here? Trying to find something else on here. There's Brazil. There's Belize. No one goes to Brazil. Belize. How much Canada money is? Check one down. It's not much. $6. Yeah, it's only extra 2 cents. 20, $25. Oh, well, unless I get more. 100, $120. Huh? Not bad. Okay. Well, that's Canada for you. We'll look at Afghanistan, but I don't know what's in Afghanistan. I can't think of any monies right now, guys. I think I've gone through all of them. And most are Asia and Latin American countries, which most black men are accustomed to define. So I don't know anything else, man. Personally, I gone through it all. And know that's the you know, more interesting part of the stream. I'm only gonna stay here for a little bit longer. As y'all get yourselves gathered or not, it's totally up to y'all. Let me see if I can get somebody on the line. Like do this. Where is my thing? What's good, Amiri? What's good? I'm still on the air with the people. Some people watching, and people are engaging. I never asked your opinion on, the issues with brothers traveling abroad. What's your normal take on it?
I mean, I don't really, I don't really care. I don't think it's nothing to flex on. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole sex tourism thing. If that's what you want to do, but if you're not going over there to establish no new trade lines or nothing entrepreneurial or business wise, then personally, I'm not impressed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know why they acting like they doing something to us by doing that. Like that's how they act. They act as if they're doing something to the community or the black people or whatever the case is. Like, if you want to go over there and travel and get with those strange, unclean foreign women, that's on you. You know what I mean? More power to you. Mm-hmm. But don't think you're doing nothing to us. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, so what prompted you to do that?
Well, personally, this is something that has to be examined again. As you know, a lot of the fellas that from their take on it, a lot of people think it's dick policing, which is possibly could be something more beyond that. But my thing is this: that if from what I'm hearing from a few conversations, that they feel they have to do too much to get the pussy. Like the minute they come off the plane, the women are just sit there flocking to their feet and etc. And I think it's saying, of course you're gonna flock to your feet. If you notice, if you watch the stream, which that's optional to you, Amir, when you look at the amount of $1 out of every country, is double, triple that. You know. Yeah. So I'll tell gentlemen this: if my dollar, if I put $5 or $10, you're going to be sucking this dick, bitch. You know what I'm saying? If I choose to, and I could probably say $1 alone will cover that fee. You know what I'm saying? You know? So I'm thinking saying my money goes further in all these few countries. So when they talk about the possibility of sex, which is not guaranteed, yeah, it's going to be guaranteed outside America where you're going to be paying for something. You get me?
Right.
You're going to be paying for something. So no, there's no doubt that you think if you struggle here, if you don't got the so-called game, and it's something that Mr. Supreme said best, that you need game in life regardless. You get me? That little aspect of not doing that simple work, you're still going to be hurt and get out here. You get me? Because the women know this. All they know is that to give you some wop, suck you hard, give you all forms of positions, and they got you just like this. And eventually they can ask for money from you through digital currency like PayPal or Cash App. One dude, I told this story, how he was given $25 on a Cash App just to see some photos of DR women.
Yeah.
And when I did the math, $25 in that currency is like over $1,000. And I think he's not giving it one time, he's giving part for that woman or another woman. So not only you're paying their rent, you're paying the rent for a few months. And maybe more. But the point is this: you would not know that because most of these dudes said they don't need no game to get some women outside this country. I'm saying this: show up and the woman gonna confront you, and that's all. It's laziness. Men are always supposed to initiate. You know what I'm saying? But it goes to show you that rejection is the fear with a lot of men, not just black men, but men in general.
Right.
They gotta play these games. Matter of fact, they're not be upfront honest why you're interacting with this woman. If you told straight off that you just want sex, they're gonna look at you funny. You know what I'm saying? In America, you know?
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna give you the box.
Say that again, Cass.
A woman not just gonna give you the box because you said you want the box and not gonna pay for nothing else.
She gonna give it to you if she like it.
Yeah, if she like you, that's different. But if you say or after that you confront her and say, I just need some sex. What's up, you down? You get me?
Man, that's the worst time, man. Them dudes don't have no great sex, man. That's the transactional sex is the worst type of sex. It's always better when it's a real chemistry, attraction, compatibility, and y'all feeling each other. That's the way Mother Nature intended it. They can talk that dumb shit all they want, but the fact of the matter is that transactional bullshit is wet. You know what I'm saying? See, they kind of make it seem like, like they just over there having just such a great old time, man. And that transactional WAP is wet. You know?
Well, someone will say, well, we're busy people. We don't want to sit there, waste time, spend money just to hope that she have sex. We want it now. And I say, that's fine. But here's this. If all is bust a nut, then that's all you get, bust a nut. You're not going to get anything scrumptious out of the interaction, But like I said, most dudes nowadays, if you don't got no game and you're not getting some, then obviously, you better off just paying for it, just get the nut off. You know what I'm saying? Instead of using your fucking hand. Personally.
I just think what we hear a lot going on is just Western male entitlement. They do all this talking about Western women, modern women, but they have a lot of shit with them. Like a lot of these dudes, man, they have a lot of entitlement. You know, like even with the thing with, I heard you saying, because I was listening, I heard you when you said saying that whole thing about the guy flying a girl out and then they got into it or whatever because she wasn't putting out, and then he sent her back, dropped off at the airport. Basically, said that was a skit, right?
Yeah, it was fake. There's text messages on another channel that showed the back and forth conversation. But yeah.
Yeah, but even if it wasn't fake, like the guy was wrong in that situation, because if like a woman's consent is ongoing. Like even if this whole thing where dudes want to act like, well, shit, I'm spending $100. I'm entitled. You ain't entitled to shit, motherfucker. You just spent $100. That is what it is, man. Because the bottom line is consent. Consensual sex is ongoing. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like at any point during the interaction, the woman can change her mind, and you have to respect that. And if you don't respect that, then that's sexual assault. Period.
Yeah, and that's the fear a lot of these dudes don't like. You know what I'm saying? That, and then most of them not gonna be that stupid to try to go all the way that far, because with Me Too and all this stuff, and now the law is put in to tighten up certain things that, and a lot of them are, let's be honest, are afraid. Even with that type of transaction person, that
yeah. That like with the thing with the guy, he sending her back. See, that was a prime example of teaching your daughters don't depend on the dude for nothing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because like if you are flying a woman out and you haven't even said, okay, well, this is made an agreement on there's gonna be some coitus taking place, then you just flew out, because you don't know, like the woman might get there, might not be feeling your vibe or whatever. The vibe could be off, whatever. It's all types of reasons women change their mind, man. You have to respect that. That's just the way it goes. Because let me tell you, because if a woman show up and she done catfished you and she looking like Wolf Johnson, you ain't gonna still want to do it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that goes both ways, man. Period. Like these dudes be doing all this talking about modern women and Western women. Like y'all, that's why I be saying. That's why I don't respect the shit they saying, because they don't see themselves. They very much entitled, man. Like if you listen to a lot of these dudes talk, you can tell. Like I said, they've been dealing with a lot of these sisters, man, and they've been able to just do whatever and have whatever type of attitude, because they haven't had to deal with any masculine oversight. For the most part, they haven't been. They've just been able to do operate the way they want to operate for the most part. Like that's basically what Chris Granderson is saying when he's talking about the low sex ratio. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, like I don't even want to hear it, man. I might end up doing something on that. There's a lot of male entitlement in Western society.
Okay. Well, I hope this was inspiring for another topic, another show down the line, person,
Yeah.
Well, you know how I do it, man. I'm always inspiring new ideas. That's how I do it in the Chaos Rain channel. Don't sleep on chaos. Don't do it, people. Don't. Anyway, any last words?
Nah, that's it. We still wanted to do a Twitter space.
Yeah, but we'll talk later about that. All right.
All right, cool.
All All right, guys, that was a great Libert. All right, Mary Brown. Yes. All right. Now, should I get one person? I could probably do that if I wrap this up because I've been on here long enough. People are sitting back and chilling. Respect all the likes that y'all give me. You know, get one person on here, guys, and that'll be it. All right, that guy's busy. So that's pretty much it, guys. I said all I need to say, and I cannot say no more. So one thing we could learn, ladies and gentlemen, for the fellas, let me remove this. That if you're going to trick, you know what you get yourself into. Now, me as opponent, I don't advocate black men in general should be spending money on pussy. In my opinion, I think that's the lowest form and the less is like a waste of resource, in my opinion. But let's say if you had to spend money on the pussy, do it in your discretion. And no one's saying that, it might not be guaranteed, possibly, depending on who you're dealing with. But usually, you must keep in mind that at that is an agreement between you and the person that you're trying to have sex with. And I think being upfront honest would eliminate a lot of the not only catfishing, but eliminate all the dinner whores that's going out here in the West. Now, outside America, you always gotta keep in mind that game might still apply. Now, a lot of people say you have not traveled, so you don't know, you can't speak on it. Possibly, but still, if you don't have no game and you're not having luck here in the West, don't expect outside America no different. Because they can smell the simp and the lame out of you, brothers. The only thing why they'll probably be submissive is because you make more than their whole family and their whole community. And that's just the bottom truth. Like I said before, out of those countries I show, with $1 out of $10, you better be giving me that wop and sucking this dick. Sex is guaranteed outside America if you're going to be taking dollars elsewhere. Anything less than that, you're still coming out short outside America in these third world countries, especially these Latin American countries, which you're dealing with more of the Hispanics, the white ones. And you're still not getting the whop at the end of the bargain. Seems to me you need some self-improvement. You probably need some game. And like I said, games should be an ongoing process where you have to have an understanding of not only female nature, but to know how to move out here. And game is a necessity. In life, you need it. You're not going to escape it. Now, most men are going to keep fighting this. And the reason ones that fight is because they feel they either getting the outcomes they're getting or they're not getting the outcomes on. And they feel they never need to really do anything because they're entitled to the sex. And let's be honest, you're not entitled enough. You're not guaranteed nothing in this world. No one owes you or doesn't want to give you or should give you anything out this world. You must work hard for every little dime, every little thing, every little sex you get out here. It is what it is. So this is the message. Hope you take this to heart, learn from it, and move forward, my sons. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, Chaos Rain channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, or those who will be subscribing in the future. Thank you for subscribing to Chaos Rain channel, or those that will subscribe and are subscribed now. Also, please follow me on Twitter at Chaos Rain 7. And now, add me on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook, and join the Discord service. All that's in the about section in this channel, and also in the chat room. You can look back in the chat room as well. I posted those links as well, and these are all the links. Thank you again for listening or taking part of today's stream. Until next time, you guys know where to find me at. You know where I'm at. You know where to find chaos. Yes, yes, you do. Lady Chaos, reign.